welcome, Sam. It's nice to see you.
You too.
So just wanted to catch up with you, see how you're going. Haven't seen you around as much lately, so just wanted to check in with you, make sure everything's okay, and that you're keeping your health in mind and everything. So we're just gonna be going through a little bit of a questionnaire type thing, so I can get an idea of your headspace and where you're at and that kind of thing. Just before we begin, so you know, this is completely confidential, so no one else will know anything that goes on here without your permission. So there's no need to worry about privacy. So are you happy to go ahead with the session and remain confidential?
Yep.
Perfect. All right. Well, so just to give a bit of an overview as to what it is that made me decide to call this little meet, if you will, so I've noticed a little bit of a change in your attitude and behaviour in recent weeks. You haven't been attending the gym very much, which is very unlikely. You're normally here all the time. You're very diligent, and I know that you like coming here to unwind after a stressful day and that kind of thing. Haven't noticed you doing that, so just wanted to check in and see what's going on. And when I spoke to you on the phone, you sounded quite tired and anxious, and you mentioned feeling like you feel like you can't catch a break lately. Just to kick it off, how have you been feeling lately? Am I in the ballpark, or?
Yeah, I've been quite stressed actually, because recently, about a few weeks ago, we had a lot of people laid off at work, and people leave as well.
Yeah.
And my role at work has taken on a lot of that slack that's been left, and I've just felt like I've been kind of just treading water and struggling a lot to get all that done. So gym has felt unachievable. It's kind of been one of the first things that has dropped off. Yeah. And that's definitely affected my mood as well. I know it's not good for me, but I don't feel like I have time.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. Well, don't worry, you're not alone there. That's a very common thing. It's unfortunately often one of the first things to go when people are going through stress, which it's good that you acknowledge that's making the problem worse. It's a very common thing. People find that they don't have as much time, and then they cut out the gym. I know I'm guilty of it myself, so we've all been there. So don't feel like you're alone in that. That's kind of why I wanted to talk today, to see if there's anything we can do to get you back on track and get you back in the gym and moving again and looking after your health again. So the main cause of your stress seems to be work and a feeling of not having enough time. So I suppose I want to ask, is there anything that I can do better to help you?
Well, there is, I guess, something that I've felt a bit awkward coming in as well, and I feel silly saying it because I wouldn't even get upset about something like this, but the other week when you had confronted me about not coming in, I definitely felt like it was a bit of I was sensitive, because I'm more sensitive now. I took offence to that, and I felt like I was being kind of exposed for my shortcomings. and I know I haven't been living up to my own commitments, but hearing it from you as well didn't help my situation.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. I'm sorry that you felt that way. That was not my intention. You know, a big part of my job is to hold people accountable for coming to the gym in the first place and making sure that they're sticking to the goals that they've set. Which I think I remember the incident that you're talking about, and yeah, I seem to recall I said something about sticking to your goals or something. So yeah, I'm sorry, that was never my intention to make you feel that way. And yeah, maybe I could have gone about it in a more sensitive way. So I will definitely take that on board and try and make sure that I'm a bit more conscious of, obviously your mood at the moment might not be top notch compared to your usual perky self. So yeah, I apologise for that. But yeah, why don't we sort of take a look at what I was trying to get across, and that I think we should take a look at your goals and maybe set a new goal, something that you can hold yourself accountable to, because the thing is, people often lose motivation once they lose sight of their goals. If a goal becomes murky or it's not specific enough, then they tend to not stick to it. So I think what we should do is set a new goal, something nice and relatively easy to begin with, so that you can tick that box, feel good about it, get the motivation back, and just ease back into coming to the gym. Yeah, so really that's what we're going to do. So I just want to fill out this questionnaire to get a better idea of your headspace at the moment, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's very easy. It's just a bunch of questions. So I'm going to be reading some statements to you. You're going to reply with a number from 0 to 3, 0 being non-existent, 3 being affected a lot. So the number is supposed to indicate how much the statement applied to you over the past week. So remember, there's no right or wrong answers. There's no need to spend too much time on one statement. Just answer how you feel, honestly. So I feel like I explained that really poorly, but I'll just say the first one. Tell me if it makes sense to you. So the first statement is, I found it hard to wind down. So in the past week, out of 0 to 3, how true would you say that statement is to you?
3.
3. Yeah. Okay. The next one is, I was aware of dryness of my mouth.
1.
I couldn't seem to experience any positive feeling at all.
2.
I experienced breathing difficulty, e.g. excessively rapid breathing, breathlessness in the absence of physical exertion.
1.
I found it difficult to work up the initiative to do things.
3.
I tended to overreact to situations.
3.
I experienced trembling.
1.
I felt that I was using a lot of nervous energy.
3.
I was worried about situations in which I might panic and make a fool of myself.
2.
I felt that I had nothing to look forward to.
3.
I found myself getting agitated.
3.
I found it difficult to relax.
3.
I felt downhearted and blue.
3.
I was intolerant of anything that kept me from getting on with what I was doing.
3.
I felt I was close to panic.
3.
I was unable to become enthusiastic about anything.
2.
I felt I wasn't worth much as a person.
1.
I felt that I was rather touchy.
3.
I was aware of the action of my heart in the absence of physical exertion. For example, sense of heart rate increase, heart missing a beat.
2.
I felt scared without any good reason.
0.
I felt that life was meaningless.
1.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. So, as I said, that's just to get an idea of your headspace. So, yeah, I'm going to collate all the information from this session to just work out what we can do to help you further. So we'll circle back round to the questionnaire. For now, let's just focus on the new goal that we're going to set. So, Sam Wood is your name.
Yes.
Let's set a specific goal for attending the gym. Something easy. So lately, I haven't seen you much at all in the last few weeks, so I'm not sure, but I'm guessing you might not have come at all in certain weeks. So how about we just make it something easy about actually coming to the gym,
Okay.
making an appearance. Does that sound good, or did you have something else in mind?
No, that sounds good. I struggle getting there in the first place at the moment, so.
Yeah. Okay. So, how many times do you reckon you could make it to the gym per week in the next, let's say, month?
Maybe twice.
Twice a week? Well, I think that sounds good to me. It's definitely a good start. How would you like to measure this goal? Well, do you track your workouts in an app or anything like that?
No.
No.
Well, I had a routine.
Okay.
And I kind of just went.
Yeah. All right. Well, how about something like just marking it off in your calendar on your phone, or do you have a physical calendar or something?
Yeah, I got a physical calendar in my room.
Yeah. Okay. How about we just mark it off on your calendar so that you can see that you've been and see your progress?
Mm-hmm.
Have you achieved a goal like this in the past?
I didn't have a problem going to the gym before.
Yeah, well, yeah. If you ask me, you definitely have, because you used to be here all the time. So yeah, you've definitely achieved a goal like this in the past. You're definitely capable of achieving it again. If yes, what was this goal and what actions were implemented to achieve this? Well, your previous goal was achieving weight loss, and the actions implemented were attending the gym for resistance and cardio training. You were coming 4 times per week, I believe.
Those are the days.
So we'll get you back there in no time.
Miss those body pump classes.
Okay, so do you think this goal is realistic to reach.
Yeah, it sounds easy in theory.
Yeah, yeah, I understand that it might be easier said than done. But even the goal here is literally just to make an appearance at the gym. So even if you come for a shorter workout than normal, just come for half an hour, something like that, then you're still ticking off the goal. So yeah, attendance is the aim of the game here. So no judgment if you do a shorter workout. We're just trying to get the routine happening again. Time frame you'd like to achieve the goal. I set a month as an example. Are you happy with that time frame, or would you like a different time frame?
Yeah, month sounds alright. That's 8 classes. I mean 8.
Yeah, 1 month. Perfect. Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, how dedicated do you think you are to achieving this goal?
8.
8. Classic number.
Yeah.
Why would you say this is the number you've chosen?
It's a pretty good number.
Yeah, it is a pretty good number.
It sounds like I'm dedicated enough to do it, but not 100%.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Like,
So,
I could fall off, but there's a little bit of wiggle room in case something comes up.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like there's more and more work coming my way at the moment, so
Yeah.
if I got any more busy, then those extra 2 points would be what would take me away from that goal.
Yeah, and that's perfectly fine. Yeah, I think that's completely reasonable. Okay, so what has prevented you in the past from attaining this goal? Work, yeah. You mentioned as well that you've been having trouble sleeping as well. So I'm guessing you might have had days where you've been exhausted too.
Yeah, I just don't feel like I can go to the gym after staying late at work.
Yeah. What motivates you to succeed in this goal?
Wanting to get back into my old routine.
Yeah. So outside of yourself and me, who will support you on this journey? Is there anyone else that will be able to support you?
No.
No. Okay. So are there any barriers in your life currently that will affect the goal?
Time.
Yeah. How do you reckon we're going to control these barriers to succeed?
Control time.
Control time. Stop time. Well, as I suggested, you could come for shorter times. Yeah, I mean, that will certainly assist. Is there any other way you think you might be able to overcome that barrier?
Maybe pack my gym stuff. Bring it to work.
Yeah, and go straight from work. Yeah, I was going to suggest that as well. Yeah, that definitely sounds like a good idea to me. What's your current mindset relating to attending the gym and fitness in general?
Too hard basket.
In the too hard basket?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's a big basket.
Yeah. Again, overcoming that initial barrier of getting back into the routine will make that easier. I know personally I've definitely, dug myself these pits where I don't go for a week or something, and then the idea of going back seems much harder because the routine is broken. Getting that routine back will certainly help you get back on the horse. Okay, what strategies can we put in play to strengthen this mindset for success? Maybe how about setting a specific time to commit to going to the gym?
Yeah.
So at the start of the week, plan out what day you're going to go and when, so that you feel more committed to going.
Yeah, okay. I could set an alarm or something.
Now, I also recommend I would recommend referring you to speak to someone as well for further support. Just because the results from the survey are quite indicative of, you're obviously experiencing a lot of anxiety and stress at the moment. And I just want to make sure that you're okay. You did mention that you don't feel like you have anyone there to support you. And I just want to make sure that you are getting the support you need. And my scope of practice is quite limited in this area. I can only help you so much. I can't counsel you or anything like that. I'm obviously here for you to support you, but I can only do so much. I just want to make sure that you are being supported. So I would recommend referring you to someone as well in that field,
like a psychologist or something.
Yeah.
Is that because you think I have a mental illness?
No. That's not what I'm saying. That is, there's a bit of a stigma around those words. It's just about making sure that you have the support that you need. I don't think that you're mentally ill necessarily. I'm worried about your state of mind because of your answers from the questionnaire, and I am not well equipped to assist you in that area. I know how to pump the weight, but I don't know how to pump the mind. So yeah, I really just want to make sure that you're okay and that you have the support that you need. That's really all there is. And it's not something that you necessarily need to commit to. You could go, and if you don't like it, you don't need to commit to it.
Does it cost money?
That will depend on your circumstances, but most people, I believe, end up. If it's determined that you require a psychologist, I believe most people end up getting a like a government subsidised thing, so you don't necessarily pay upfront kind of thing. So is that something that you would be okay with going ahead with?
Yeah, I guess it's like a consult. Like, I guess they can.
Yeah, it's just about seeing if you need that help. It's not necessarily
not locking into anything.
No, you're not. No. Yeah, it's just seeing if it's right for you, and if it's not, then there's no need for you to commit to that.
Yeah, I guess I'm keen to. I guess like I'm conscious it's more time.
I understand that. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's definitely. I understand why that's a concern, but it's that's something that hopefully they can help you with. Addressing that perception of time and time restraint.
Could that be one of my gym set? Would that count as a gym session in the goal that we created, or would that be like something outside of that?
I would say that this is a separate thing.
Okay.
The gym goal is about making sure you're maintaining your physical health.
Yeah.
This is about maintaining your mental health.
Yeah.
And that's not to say that you have a mental illness.
Yeah.
Mental health is something that we all need to take care of.
Yeah.
As well.
Okay.
So that's all this is about, just making sure that your mental health is taken care of.
Right.
So yeah, do I have your consent to refer you to?
I accept.
You accept. Okay. Cool. Well, we will go ahead with that. Perfect. Okay. Well, let's just have a bit of a recap here. So just to further go into the referral, this is purely a recommendation on my part. So if you do decide you don't want to go through with this, then that's perfectly fine. That's up to you. But I am recommending it. So if you decide not to go through with it, then that's your call. But I personally won't be responsible for you're not going through with that if that is your decision. So it's totally in your hands there. But I am going to refer you along, so they'll get in contact with you, and then whether you want to go ahead with that is totally up to you. So. So just to wrap up what we've spoken about today, we spoke about your concerns, all your trouble that you've been having at work and what's been making you feel stressed out. We've discussed services to support you and how we're going to get you further help. Is there any further questions you had, or have we covered pretty much everything?
You got it.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, how about we book in a follow-up to make sure you're still on track? How about 2 weeks from now? Same time and day? Does that work for you?
Yeah, let's do that.
Perfect. Let's do that. We'll see if you're, hitting your goals and all that good stuff. So, yeah.
Pumps in line.
Perfect. Cool. All right. Well, thanks for catching up with me, and hope you're doing okay.
Cheers, mate.
And yeah.